Look at this beautiful scatter rock. Absolutely stunning and made in just 22 minutes of total working time. And that's because I made it out of corkboard. Now you can buy this on Amazon relatively cheaply. Or if you're lucky enough like me, you have parents who keep random sheets of corkboard that have been pulled off the walls 20 years ago in their loft and they randomly decided to give it to you. So this to me was borderline free. Anyway, regardless of how you get your hands on the corkboard, the method is going to be the same. You decide what shape your rock's going to be, you cut out a shape, and then from there you eyeball smaller and smaller pieces to stack up on top of it, and you create a kind of rock shape. But you're going to be doing more to it in a bit, so it doesn't matter too much exactly what the shape and size is and whether there's straight edges. And one of the beautiful things about corkboard, and there are many things which are beautiful about it, is that you're never going to waste any of it, because as you get up, you can make smaller and smaller stacks, or you can use the tiny pieces to do your basing. I don't know why the glue bottle being where it was so annoying to me, but apparently it was. So you can use PVA glue on this, or you can use super glue. I use PVA glue mainly because there's quite a large surface area there, and if you were to use super glue, which is kind of like a put it down in dots type thing rather than covering a whole surface, you'd be using a hell of a lot of super glue. So I decided that PVA was best, chucked some weight on it and left it a while. Now I probably should have left it longer, but I wanted to get on with doing this. Now there's multiple different ways that you can use, you can cut up the corkboard. So what's quite good is that you can cut it quite accurately, as you saw at the start there, or you can just kind of snap it off and see randomly how it breaks. So you can deliberately have very straight lines, or you can kind of let the corkboard do what it wants to do and break into kind of random crumbled bits. Now, I must apologize that throughout this video, I did not choose the best angle to film stuff out. So sometimes you can't see what I'm doing, so you're going to have to rely on my description. So one thing that's quite good to do is just kind of cut in horizontally with the surface into the surface here, and that breaks up that kind of horizontal join line, which, you know, is probably the one downside of doing these things in these stacks, but it's quite easy to get away with it, and certain types of rock look exactly like this anyway. So yeah, just cutting and carving into it until you're happy with the shape that you've got. And from there, what I did was I primed this in black. I was going to go for a grey rock, as you saw at the start. So the best color to prime in this black ends up looking a bit like that. Once that was dry, I made some slightly lighter black, as in dark grey. And this is the color I'm painting this on. I'm not trying to get into all of the details. I'm letting the black do the job of kind of doing the low lights and the bits that you can't get to. So this is just kind of just being painted on kind of fairly quickly, just to kind of get the kind of base color on, and the black is doing the job of being black. Now this is closer to a dry brush. You see I've got an even lighter grey, and you can't really see what I'm doing with the brush, but I'm kind of working downwards mainly, again trying to get into even less details, and there's even less paint on the brush. So it picks up just the kind of the higher areas or more pronounced areas. And then once that was dry, I went to an actual white, and again, terrible camera angle, but this is like more like a true dry brush where I'm just kind of hitting the edges because there's not very much paint on the brush at all. And it's really picking out those kind of final highlights and making all of that kind of carving that I did for all of 5 minutes come to life. And you can see what it looks a bit like there. And then to decorate it, I made some moss type stuff. So I mixed together a kind of very fine kind of powdery flock that I've got and a kind of more spongy, larger one, kind of mix them up into a little blend. And from here, it was just a case of putting some PVA glue wherever I wanted that flock to be, and then just more or less just dropping the flock on. I'm not really pushing it in. I'm not like directing it. I'm kind of sprinkling it on and letting a little bit of randomness take shape, because I don't want to fully cover the surface. I don't want to be absolutely smothered in the stuff. I want it to look like this moss is kind of naturally grown. So by dropping on it with it at a slight angle, it falls on the kind of ledges a little bit more, and that is kind of what I wanted it to do, essentially. So, you know, let gravity help you out, and just sprinkling a little bit left at the end. Now, to finish this off, I wanted to put down some more impressive looking tufts, which kind of, I don't know what it is about these tufts, but they always make things just look a little bit better. So this time I am using super glue, so a little dot of super glue wherever I wanted to put a tuft. So I put a big one towards the side. And, you know, quite often with this sort of rock, you see tufts growing out of the cliff edges themselves. So I put some on the edges as well, so not just growing on the flat surfaces. And once that was all dry, it was done. And this is what it looks like. So pleased with how this turned out, and took a total of 22 minutes of working time, which in my eyes is time well spent. So if you want to make these, just go and pick up some corkboard, use some paints, use a bit of flock, and you have yourself a wonderful bit of scatter terrain. Now, if you don't want to make them out of corkboard, I did a previous video where I compared 3 different other methods of making rocks, which you can see in the video, which is on your screen now. So go and check that one out if you are interested in doing it a different way. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you for another video soon.